In Red Dead Online, pamphlets play a huge part. With every new Red Dead Online update, new pamphlets arrive, whether it's crafting tonics to have on your travels, or deadly weapons. In this video, we'll be going through every pamphlet in Red Dead Online and if they're worth getting. But before we get into all of that, be sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss any content just like this. So, getting back into the video. The first pamphlet we're looking at is the Efficient Cooking skill page. This costs $950 or 38 gold, and is available at rank 1 without any rolls. It's worth noting that some of you may have this pamphlet since it was actually in Outlaw Pass 4, but if you don't, here's what it is. With this pamphlet, you're able to cook 3 pieces of meat at a campfire at the same time. Obviously, this does speed up the process. Cooking at a campfire can be very slow. It also means that whenever there is a daily challenge where you have to craft 3 of the same meat, you can do that easily provided you have the ingredients needed. So, is this worth it? Well, it is expensive, but so are all the other pamphlets, so yes, I think this pamphlet is worth it since it's really useful, and it will save you a lot of time in the long run. So the next pamphlet is the Wilderness Travel skill page. This costs $1,280 or 52 gold, and is available at rank 1. However, you do need the naturalist role for this pamphlet since you need the Wilderness Campfire, which is available from Harriet for $750. So, this pamphlet allows you to fast travel for free from your wilderness camp, providing you are in the wild and have the wilderness camp. So is this one worth it? Yes, definitely, and will make stuff like money making much more efficient. The next 7 pamphlets at the fence allow you to store more ammo in your guns, but this is only for regular ammo. The shotgun pamphlet is The shotgun pamphlet is $1,890. The rifle pamphlet is $1,480, the pistol pamphlet is $1,950, the varmint pamphlet is $1,050, the repeater pamphlet is $1,620, the revolver pamphlet is $2,030, and the arrow pamphlet is $1,650. Now, a lot of people say that these pamphlets aren't worth it because of their price and that they only affect regular ammo. Personally, I always use regular ammo, and I'm a big fan of the bolt action, so this is great for me. Having an extra 100 rounds has been really beneficial. So if you have the money, I would definitely invest in these pamphlets, but if you're low on money and tend to use other ammo types, then of course, don't buy these pamphlets. Other than 2 pamphlets, the rest of the pamphlets at the fence are definitely worth investing in. So the only pamphlets at the fence that I think might not be worth it are the Potent Herbivore Bait pamphlet and the Potent Predator Bait pamphlet. Personally, when hunting, I've never used these items, so for me, I just don't have a use for them. I also never really see other players using them either, so therefore I don't think they are worth it. But if you use baits when hunting, then by all means buy them. They'll be what you need and they'll be worth it. But otherwise, I don't think these 2 pamphlets are worth investing in. But I do think that all the other pamphlets available at the fence are worth buying. Yes, this is very expensive, but over time you'll be able to build them up. I actually waited until I was about level 100 to start properly investing in pamphlets. It did take time, but eventually I had them all and they have really helped. Whether that's saving time or crafting items I just can't buy at a general store. So the next pamphlet we'll be looking at is the Poison Poppies Moonshine pamphlet. This is only available through the Moonshine role and is used to unlock a new recipe when flavouring moonshine. Something different about this pamphlet is that it can't actually be purchased. It is found at chests within a random encounter. The locations for the random encounters can be found on the screen now. Once you actually have the pamphlet and have read the pamphlet, you instantly get access to the recipe. To make this flavour, the ingredients you'll need is 1 prairie poppy, 1 Olander Sarge, and 1 absinthe. Obviously, I can't really give an answer to whether this is worth it, but if you do come across this random encounter, then be sure to pick it up. The next pamphlets are the Vitalism Studies pamphlets. These pamphlets allow you to transform into certain animals for a certain amount of time. This is done by collecting Harrietum Officinales and going to a certain spot on the map. These are purchased at Harriet and do require the naturalist role. The big downside to these pamphlets is that they cost gold. There's no way to buy these any other way, and you will have to be using a lot of gold bars to buy them. This can be some good fun at first, but insanely expensive to the point where you can hardly have fun without realising the mountains of gold you just spent. Unless you really want to try these out, then I don't at all suggest buying these pamphlets. They're really just not worth it for the heavy price that they have. Well, on a positive note, the other pamphlets at Harriet are definitely worth it. Blending Tonic pamphlet is unlocked at naturalist level 5 and costs $525. This allows you to craft blending tonics, which are actually pretty expensive to just buy at Harriet. These do appear in day challenges pretty often too, so like I said earlier, this is definitely worth it. The next pamphlet at Harriet is the Animal Reviver pamphlet at $550. This is definitely worth it too, especially if you don't want to be sprayed by Harriet on every visit. The Animal Reviver pamphlet is also unlocked at naturalist level 5. The next pamphlet at Harriet is the legendary Animal Pheromones pamphlet, unlocked at naturalist level 10 and costs $900. This does actually appear on daily challenges quite a lot too, and is really useful when a legendary animal is nearby, since they can be pretty tough to kill sometimes. This is definitely worth it. I do tend to find these pretty useful. And finally, we have the State of Varmint cartridge pamphlet, which is unlocked at naturalist level 1 and costs $585. This allows you to craft state of ammo, which is of course really useful for this role. Like I said throughout these Harriet pamphlets, these are definitely worth the purchase, providing you do have the money to spare. And a lot of these are seen on day challenges quite often, so you will end up making some gold from this too. You might be thinking, well, why don't I just buy these items? Well, that would cost you money, and then the average payout from money to gold probably isn't worth it, so just being able to craft them is a lot easier. It will take a bit longer, but you will save money. So all in all, the pamphlets at Harriet are worth it, other than the Vitalism Studies pamphlets. A lot of them are really useful and definitely worth a purchase. The other pamphlets in Red Dead Online are pamphlets within the roles. Each role within Red Dead Online has skill pages to unlock throughout the roles levels. These are free, so obviously good to have. Some of these are just miscellaneous, whilst others are necessary for the role. But either way, they're free and good to have. For example, in the Bounty Hunter role, you unlock skill pages that give you the ability to do skills. You also unlock new eagle eye techniques for tracking bounties, and much more just like that. I'm not going to go through every skill page since that could take a long time, but in the other roles these consist of similar ideas. So, yep, there's a lot of pamphlets in this game, and a lot of them are worth it, but some are just ridiculously unnecessary. Like I've said throughout this video, these are all worth it providing you have the money to spare. You shouldn't be spending all the money that you have on pamphlets just to be able to craft a few dynamite arrows. Only make these purchases if they're actually feasible. And like I also said earlier, I recommend properly grinding for pamphlets once you reach around level 100. This is because you'll probably have all of the roles at around the maximum level, meaning that it will be a much easier process to purchase all of the pamphlets. So you're probably wondering, well, once I have a pamphlet, how do I use it? Well, to use a pamphlet in Red Dead Online, you need to open your satchel once it's been purchased, head over to the documents, and then you should see a section called Pamphlets. And then within that section, you can read each pamphlet, and once it has been read, you will see that there is a tick next to the pamphlet. So from then on, whatever it was that you read, you can now do. Whether it's crafting dynamite arrows, you can now go over to your campfire and craft them, or if it's a new skill that you've learned, you'll be able to do that skill. So I hope this video has cleared up everything to do with pamphlets in Red Dead Online and has really set out the pamphlets that you need in Red Dead Online. Let me know what your favourite pamphlet is down in the comments, and if you have any questions or any content ideas, feel free to comment those too. Well, that about wraps up things here, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace.